Hello and welcome to yet another review on the AutoToday channel. My name is Abhik and today we have with us the brand new Mercedes GLA. Now before we go ahead, a couple of reminders for you. One is to get your masks up. It's the very least we can do to flatten the curve, and secondly, hit the subscribe button and click on that bell icon to get notified of every new upload on the channel. Now back to the GLA and let's take a look at what's new, shall we? Now, as with any new model of an existing car, the new GLA 2 is bigger than before, and that's probably its biggest plus. But more on that a little later. For now, let's take a closer look at the stylish new exterior of Mercedes' smallest SUV. New Gen GLA sees the most prominent visual changes made to the front of the car. New LED headlamps, the jewel-like studded grille that has a bold centerpiece to remind you that it's from Mercedes' SUV family, and the sporty lower bumper mixes up the rugged appeal of an SUV with modern chic looks. The new 19-inch alloy wheels and the squared wheel arches make up the sides, while the new two-piece tail lamps make up the redesigned rear section. Overall, the new GLA is a handsome-looking compact SUV, and the bigger dimensions are what firmly set it apart from the A-Class hatchback. So once you step inside, there are even bigger changes in store, starting with these two 10.25-inch screens which make up this panel and definitely get your attention first. Now, Mercedes has loaded the GLA with the latest iteration of the MBUX, which is an interactive sort of platform for you to communicate with the car, and you've also got voice commands, and that gets prompted with a simple "Hey Mercedes."
How can I help?
No, I'm just messing with you. Safety gets updated as well, so 7 airbags aside, which also includes a driver's knee airbag, you've also got active brake assist. Now this is a radar guided assistance system wherein the GLA, if it detects you're too close to the car in front and a collision is imminent, it will automatically apply the brakes. Now I do have to mention a few miss-outs, starting with the USB ports. The USB ports in the car are all Type-C, and if your phone does not support Type-C, then you will have to look for an adapter, and that's especially important because the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay in the car is not wireless. Secondly, while reversing the car, there are no audio prompts because there are no reversing sensors. You entirely have to rely on the reversing camera, and that I think is a big miss out for a car that's going to cost close to 50 lakh rupees. Now let's head to the back and see what's new behind. Bigger dimensions means a lot more space has been liberated over the older GLA. So in this new GLA, you've got a lot of legroom at the back. I'm 5'8", this seat is set to my height. I've got a lot of leg space to play with. I've got nice supportive seats, a lot of headroom as well, and that makes this new GLA a lot more comfortable than before. Now coming to the boot space of the car, which right now is being taken up by this spare wheel, but Mercedes does tell us that once the car goes on sale, this is supposed to be placed underneath the loading tray. Apart from that, the boot space isn't really massive, although you can liberate a lot more space by folding the seats down, and that can get you over 1400 liters of usable space. Now before I tell you how this new GLA is to drive, I have to tell you that there are two engine options on offer. The first one would be a 1.4-litre turbocharged petrol engine, which will be available with the GLA 200. The second one is the diesel option, which is a 2-litre turbocharged diesel engine, and that's available with the 220D in a progressive line, as well as this fully loaded unit that we're driving today, and that's a 220D 4MATIC, which means it comes with Mercedes' own four-wheel drive system. Now in this car, the power has gone up by 20 bhp from the previous diesel engine model that it replaces. The gearbox gets one extra cog, making this an 8-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. but it is really the 400 Newton meters of torque that's available from as low as 1600 RPM, which really makes a difference. Coupled with the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system, the GLA actually manages a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour sprint in just 7.3 seconds, and that's fairly quick. Now, not just that, the overall drivability has improved as well. So driving the GLA at slower speeds in stop-and-go traffic can be done with a fair amount of ease. And to further improve things, the throttle sensitivity can be further tamed with the use of 3 driving modes, which are on offer to you. So you've got Eco and Comfort for a more relaxed style of driving, and there is Sport for times when you have to hustle, but hustling is not something that's enjoyable in the GLA. So the GLA is a fairly heavy compact SUV, and you can really feel its weight going around corners, and with aggressive steering inputs it really induces a lot of unwanted body movement and body roll, and that's really not enjoyable. You'll be better off dialing your enthusiasm levels a little lower and enjoying its ride quality, which is fairly good. In fact, if you're not driving the GLA aggressively, it really displays a fair amount of poise and a lot of high-speed stability as well. Now the brakes are really strong and they help rein in all the acceleration and speed. But that said, the GLA isn't outright fast. The meat of the power in this diesel engine is stored between 2000 and 4000 RPMs, and that helps you get to 120 kilometers per hour with a fair amount of ease. But exploring the higher reaches of the rev range isn't something that the 2-liter diesel engine enjoys a lot. The new GLA is back after a short hiatus of about a year, in which it underwent a lot of cosmetic changes as well as mechanical changes. But the new interiors as well as the newfound space, thanks to the larger dimensions, are its most lucrative aspects. Now we're recording this video ahead of the car's launch, and from our information, Mercedes should be pricing the car between 45 to 47 lakhs ex-showroom. What do you think about the new Mercedes GLA? Please let us know in the comment section below, and hit that like button if you've liked our review of the new car. My name is Abhik. Thank you for watching Auto Today, and stay safe.